Hey everyone, it's Heidi Fang here, and we are down to the Final Four where Auburn will face Virginia and Texas Tech taking on Michigan State this Saturday. And joining us now from Minneapolis, we have RJ Sports columnist Ed Graney, who is out there covering all the action. We have two programs making their first Final Four appearance. Which of those two do you think has the best chance of making it to the final?
So of the two making their first appearance, I would probably say Texas Tech, even though I think it's going to be hard to beat Michigan State. But they have the National Coach of the Year in Chris Beard. Vegas knows Chris Beard very well, and he is an incredible coach. So if one of the two can get there, I think Chris Beard might be able to get the Spartans.
It was about 3 years ago that Chris Beard was here in Las Vegas for about, 19 days, Ed?
19 days. It was a very good 19 days. He was a heck of a coach. He was the UNLV coach after a long search, a muddled search after firing Dave Rice, and they actually made the best decision in hiring Chris Beard. I think what Vegas has a hard time dealing with is once the call came from Texas Tech, Chris Beard no longer belonged to Vegas. He was going home to his daughters. He was going home to a place he had been at 10 years. He considers himself a Texas guy. It's the Big 12. So he was never going to stay, and he shouldn't have. If you can go to Texas Tech in the Big 12, you leave. You leave right away at Mountain West School. It's been tough for Vegas. I understand that. And it's even been tougher, Heidi, because he's now proven himself one of the best coaches in the country. Last year he goes to the Elite Eight. This year he has him in the Final Four. He's National Coach of the Year. It's kind of twisting the knife into Vegas a little more. When you make the move that they did with Rice, and then you lose a coach like him 19 years later, that sets your program back 5 years. And as we've seen, that's kind of what happened. So Chris Beard is off and running and doing amazing things at Texas Tech. And I think UNLV's hope now is TJ Ostelberger, their new coach, can spin a little of his own magic in the next several years and get them back to the tournament and maybe build something. Tomorrow is going to be interesting, Heidi, because I think Michigan State is a better team, and they can't let Michigan State get out and run. They've got to play a half-court game, and it's a grinded-out game. If Texas Tech wins, I think the line's only 2.5, so it's going to be a close game regardless. But they're going to have to do some things with Michigan State and make Michigan State take the ball out of the basket all day and don't make Michigan State a transition team. If they can do that, Chris Beard is obviously a good enough coach to find something that would allow them to win and advance to Monday's final.
Let's talk about the other game here. We have Virginia, the last #1 seed remaining. Can they be the ones to stop this improbable run by Auburn? Auburn's gotten through some pretty tough opponents, but they're missing Chuma Okeke. He tore his ACL, so they're going to need to rely on the transition. How much do you see that working for this team against a big powerhouse like Virginia?
I think they might be in a little trouble. Virginia is on a mission. You know as well as anyone, they were the first 1 seed last year to ever lose to a 16 in the tournament. That wasn't good for them, and they used that as a motivation to get where they are now, which is the Final Four. I think they're the best team here of the four. The thing people forget about Virginia is they're so incredible defensively with that pack line defense. They're also number 2 in KenPom efficiency for offense this year. They're so efficient that they score a lot with the ball. They get, they average about 70 points. They're very efficient. They take their time. They let about 20 seconds run off the clock before they attempt a shot. I think Virginia wins tomorrow. And if we're previewing Monday night, I think Virginia cuts down the nets. I just think Virginia's the best team here.
Who do you see here in the final when it comes down to it?
I see Virginia, Michigan State. I want Virginia, Chris Beard. He's an incredible coach, and I'd love to see Chris Beard on Monday night's stage. It's going to be tough, though, because he's got a Hall of Fame coach in Tom Izzo against him tomorrow. But if you're asking who I really want, I want Virginia against Texas Tech.
Ed, thank you so much for the time here and talking about the Final Four. Again, you can find Ed's work on ReviewJournal.com. Ed Graney, great columnist here for the Review Journal. Give him a follow on Twitter @EdGraney. Thank you for watching. I'm Heidi Fang.